sure are friends. The farmer and the cow make sure are friends. The farmer likes to farm with ease. The cowman likes to eat the cheese. That's how we have fun down on the farm. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Okay. The farmer and the cow make sure are friends. The farmer and the cow make sure are friends. The farmer likes to push the plow. The cowman likes to feed the cow. That's how we have fun down on the farm. Yes, that's how we have fun down on the farm. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Amazing! The line group's presentation of our show, Cock-a-Doodle Dudley. My name is Peter. I'm one of the directors here for the summer stage program. Hope you enjoyed it. We started this story on Monday and we've been adding to it all week, and a lot of their own lines and own endings. So I hope you enjoy our show. And are you guys ready?
Yes!
All right, let's hit it. Here we go. Once upon a time, down on a farm, it was the wee hours of the morning, and Charizard Rooster, Pikachu Rooster, and Dudley the Rooster stood up and got ready to do as what the other animals thought was magic, make the sun rise.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Oh man, it was early, and those farm animals needed a few minutes to wake up, didn't they, Sparkles the horse?
Could I have another nap?
Fraser the pig said,
It's too early.
and Moo Moo said,
I want to go to bed.
Flash the horse said,
I'm tired.
and Rocky the horse said,
It's too early.
oh man. There was a group of animals though that really could not stand the sound of that crow, and that was the geese. The geese thought that that rooster was so loud. The rooster crowed again. Pikachu Goose thought,
All waked up.
ugh. And what did Lila Goose think?
No.
What is it? Pikachu Goose, excuse me. Oh, it's too loud. And Gooselet and
They should have something to cover their mouths in the morning.
that's right. That's right. That's what they thought. They could not stand that sound. They gave another crow to wake up those animals for good.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Oh, they thought, all right, it's time to get up. But they did what they do every morning and thanked that.
Thank you for magic. Thank you for making the sun rise.
Oh my goodness, the roosters didn't know how to act. But they played their favorite game instead.
Duck, duck, goose.
So they got ready to their favorite spot to play the game. X marks the spot.
With the duck, duck.
Now, while they were getting ready to play, those geese used to be so mad when they saw the animals playing the game with their name in it.
Duck, 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 goose.
That's right, and they were even more mad because the rooster didn't have any,
Thank you.
and they knew it. But they sat there and watched the game unfold anyway. They played.
Duck, duck, goose.
And they all cheered for their friends.
Duck,
But the geese booed their friends.
duck, 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 goose.
And they all cheered barn animals thought,
Can we go back to our nap? Yeah, let's go nap.
they needed to take their afternoon nap. So, Sparkles, Rockia, Moo, Razor, and Flash all returned to the barn while the roosters took advantage of a little bit of alone time. They went for a nice walk. During this walk, they started thinking about their friends. But before they said anything, those geese snuck down to spy on those roosters.
You don't have any. Maybe we should tell them today. No, tomorrow. Good idea.
They wanted to tell their friends about magic, but they were going to just decide to wait till tomorrow. But that's not what the goose family thought. They snuck down to say they heard everything.
We're going to tell the farm animals that you don't have magic today.
The roosters begged them not to do such a thing.
Don't do it.
Say, we're going to tell them.
We're going to tell them.
So the geese led everyone on a wild goose hunt as they ran around the farm several times before ultimately finding themselves lost in a deep, dark, cold woods. The geese flew home because they knew they were not going to get lost there. But the poor roosters didn't know what to do. Charizard said,
It's probably really cold in there.
and Dudley said,
We don't have a chance in here.
and that's when Pikachu said,
It's dark and we may get lost and get eaten and we might get in danger.
they were in danger and they had no idea what to do. So they called out for help,
Cock-a-doodle!
but they couldn't hear anything. Back at the farm, the geese ran up.
What's going on here?
Those farm animals demanded to know what the answer was.
What's going on here? The roosters have no magic. Oh, really? Oh, yes.
And that's-
Why should we believe you? Because we heard everything.
And this turned into a huge argument. It went on for hours. But luckily, the hours were up. And the roosters let out another crow. Hopefully someone would hear them. Suddenly,
That must be the roosters.
they quickly came up with a plan. The geese ran back to their home. The animals came up with a plan to rescue their friends. They thought about what they could do together. And they
I
thought,
got it. We can all make our own animal sounds, and we can all make our own animal sounds, and then maybe the stars and moon will light for us.
that's right, it was so dark in those woods that they thought if the magic crow can bring the sun up, maybe their own sounds can make the moon and stars nice and bright for them. Let's give it a try, they thought. Sparkles, and then Rockia let out, Razor the pig let out, and Flash the horse let out, and Moo said, Suddenly, they looked up at the sky, and they could find their way because of the bright lights. And they marched on over to find their friends. They crowed one more time for them to hear.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Roosters!
Oh my-
Found you!
They found them! Oh my goodness, one big happy family. The roosters were so thankful. And the geese were not. So they ran back to the barn to celebrate. But there were 4 animals that were not
Celebration
celebrate. And that was Pikachu Goose. It was Goose Little Goose. It was, who else was it? Gunther the Goose.
And other Pikachu.
And other Pikachu. Now, all the animals played their fun games together, but mostly they wanted to all give a nice big crow to rub it in those geese's face. Oh, those geese ran to their flock. They flocked home I'm gonna say, can you sit right here with your
Action.
Once upon a time, down on a farm, there were 3 roosters who were getting ready to make that sunrise and greet the day with 3 loud crows.
Cock-a-doodle! Cock-a-doodle! Cock-a-doodle!
Branch Rooster, Dudley Rooster, and Henny Penny Rooster were all in charge of making the sunrise and waking up all their barnyard friends. Oh, they all started to wake when Lily the sheep said,
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
and Jimothy the pig said,
Can I go back to bed now?
and Lola the horse said,
I don't want it.
Julian the chicken said,
Can I have a nap?
and Jacob chicken said,
It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
oh my goodness. And there were 3 geese who were also tired, but they did not want to hear that sound. Goosey Goose said,
They're horrible.
and Lily Goose said,
They're not magic.
and little other Lily said,
I don't like those roosters.
but the roosters gave out another loud crow to wake everyone out the barn. The animals finally started to make their way out of the barn, and they did what they always do. They thanked that rooster because
Thank you for your magic. You're simply wonderful. You're welcome. You're welcome.
now the roosters didn't think they had magic, but whatever. If their friends did, they didn't mind. So they all played their favorite game in the afternoon, which was
Duck, duck, goose. This is what we say.
they would play for hours, and they'd stand up and they'd get ready to play. Now, up on a hill, those geese would watch and get very angry because they were playing a game with their name in it, which was called
Duck, duck, goose.
They could not stand that rooster because he didn't really have any,
Magic.
and they were so annoyed. So they played their game. They played their game.
Duck, duck, goose.
And they cheered for their friends. But the geese booed. And this went on for hours.
Duck, 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 goose.
And they all cheered.
Go.
Now, they could play this all day if they wanted to, but Jimothy the pig decided the barnyard animals needed
A nap.
a nap. They were pretty big animals and they needed their afternoon nap, so off they went. They said bye to the roosters.
Bye, rooster.
Now the roosters weren't tired. The roosters decided to go down to their favorite spot and do some dancing. They tried out all their favorite moves. And they got along so well that they had so much fun together. The geese, however, decided to sneak down and spy on those loud roosters. Henny Penny said,
Why did they think we have magic?
Henny Penny said nice and loudly,
Why did they think we have magic but we don't? Because when you cock-a-doodle do in the morning, the sunrise always comes up.
are they gonna...
Let's tell them tomorrow. Yeah.
They decided it was probably best just to tell them tomorrow. But that's not what the geese thought. They jumped down and pointed and said,
We heard everything!
and they said that what they were going to do.
We're gonna tell the farm.
The roosters begged them not to do such a thing. Please don't.
Please don't.
But the geese just laughed at them. And they led them on a race around the whole farm. On a wild goose hunt, so some may say, until the roosters entered a deep, dark forest. And before they knew it, they fell into a deep pit. Oh, and they landed on a bale of hay. Oh no. Now they tried crowing for some help.
Cock-a-Doodle!
The geese ran to see what that noise was. They looked down into the pit and thought, what did they think?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, and they walked away slowly. But it wasn't long before the farm animals saw those geese and wanted to know where that rooster is.
What's going on?
And they opened up all the way. Turn your bodies. The geese came down here. Geese came down and they told them what they found out.
The rooster fell into a pit.
But they weren't sure if they should believe them. Say, why should we believe you?
Why should we believe you?
The geese saw it with their own eyes. Tell them it's true.
It's true.
Well, it was just then when they heard something crying out from a distance.
Ow! Ow!
They said, it's the rooster.
It's the rooster.
Lola, the horse, smelled something from far away.
Hey.
It's hay. She said, follow me.
Follow me.
And they ran all the way around. They ran around to get to where they need to be to find those roosters. That's when the geese ran away to their home because they didn't know what to do. But they said, hello down there.
Hello down there.
Oh my gosh, Grant, Henny Penny, and Dudley were so relieved they let out a nice big crow to let them know they were there. That's when Julie and the chicken had a brave and bright idea.
How about we use our wings to pull them up? Also our talons.
So Jacob and Julie and Chicken used their wings and their talons to grab those roosters, pull them out of the pit, and fly back to the farm where the angry geese were still waiting for them. They all were so relieved that the roosters were here together that they wanted to play their game, which was...
Cock-a-Doodle!
So they got together to play their game. The geese looked pretty lonely over there. And that's when Jimothy the pig had an idea.
Do you guys want to play Duck, Duck, Goose?
They looked at each other and they thought,
Yes.
so the geese actually joined all their friends to play a nice fun game all together of
Duck, duck, goose. Duck, 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 goose.
and they cheered for hours. Go, go, go.
That's it.
And they lived happily ever after.
Not yet, son. Not yet, son. We're back. We gotta let our